Hey, good day, folks. Welcome back to Long Live Rock with Lad from the Woods. How are you now? It's Friday, October 15th. We got the remnants of Hurricane Patrick coming in here. I think that's his name. So we got a bunch of rain and thunderstorms and stuff. Should be okay. I mean, sometimes here in the bush, if it gets really windy, I mean, with the thunderstorms, I mean, I lose trees. I just don't like losing them on top of my little trailer here. I only live in a 33-foot travel air trailer from 1990, held together with bubble gum and duct tape. Anyways, this guy here, one of them is an absolute, I've been a fan of his since his beginnings. His name is Steve Earle, Copperhead Road guy for you older ones. And for us older guys, even older than that, Steve Earle wrote a song based on a book that was done here in Ontario about a former motorcycle gang shooting and stuff that went on here at Port Hope way back. And some of the people in the book I actually know, and some of them are alive, some are not. But he did write this song about it because, you know, he felt that what had happened was unfair to certain people legally and stuff. And of course, the Canadian government just hung these people out to dry. Anyways, he's doing the song with a fellow by the name of Willie Nile. When I first saw that, I thought it was, you know, Willie, you know, and but no, it's Willie Nile. So anyway, the song is called Blood on Your Hands. I just heard it like, I don't know, a few days ago, first minute or so, I was clicking through and I'm going, oh, I like the sounds of this. And of course, I've always loved Steve Earle because he covers topics that a lot of people won't, but then he doesn't forget. It's just sometimes fun to rock and roll too. So here's the song. I think it's what I heard so far is really good, and I think you're gonna like it too. So let's have at her.
Well, you can dance with the devil, and you can run with the Lord, and you can buy all the glory that your conscience can afford. Yeah, but there will come a day when the pony gets played, when the goose gets cut, the piper gets paid. Blood on your hands, blood on your hands. There's cracks in the walls of your best laid plans. Blood on your hands, blood on your feet. There's bodies piling up down on Good Luck Street. Boogie woogie and a hippie shake. You can paint the town red. You can call it.
Steve's looking pretty good there. I thought he'd be a lot more grayer and everything because he's got to be. I'm 58. And well, my family's blessed with hair that doesn't go gray. My mother's 80 and she's barely got gray hair. My great-grandmother went to her grave with just a few gray hairs. And my grandmother, the same thing, no gray hairs. Anyways, they all lived like into their 90s. So hopefully I haven't abused myself too much. Maybe I'll make it. I'll be happy if I make it to 80 and then I'm okay. Everything else is luck after that. Anyways, old Steve looks pretty good, I have to say. And yeah, I recognize that accoutrement, you know. People are wearing them for COVID nowadays, but in the back in the day, it was either cowboys or get your motor running people. So anyway, let's go back to the tune.
Tooth fake. Yeah, but there will come a time when the whip comes down, when the papa is king and the king becomes a clown. Best laid plans. Blood on your hands, blood on your feet. There's bodies piling up down on Good Luck Street. Hi, hi, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Wow. Hey? Now that's where you want that drumming not to be huge swing, but like a Phil Rudd thing going on. You got those big chords going on, and you want that. It's like, he's trying to put a point on it. So I'm going to tell you that some songs I know all the words, not all these new ones, of course, but, not necessarily I pay that much attention. It depends on the subject and depends, on the song and everything. But I'm more the musician type. So my mind is, especially it's drums. I mean, my head is into the drums. Everybody's the same like that. So they all have their thing. My dad was a big one for the writing. Huge. I felt that Rolling Stone spent too much time worrying about the writing and not worrying about the music. And sometimes the music just, if it's not that good at writing, the song actually itself might be good. Okay. And I felt that Rolling Stone, all those guys at Rolling Stone just don't get it. Maybe they did when they were young, but they don't get it. And even then they don't get it because they weren't speaking for us in Michigan or Detroit or anything. That's a certainty. I mean, I grew up in that scene with my father and my uncles. They were all part of the bar scene in Ann Arbor. They all worked at the General Motors, Fords, and Chrysler and AMC and stuff. So, beer drinking after work, going to see bands back in the 60s and 70s, that was their thing. I was just a kid, and we were being ferried back and forth across Canada. So, because Canadian, right? So, anyways, this is a great song. I'm going to be checking more out of this Willie Nile. That's a for sure. And because I don't know if you guys can see that well, but it looks like he does a cover of Sweet Jane from the Velvet Underground. We have to hear that one because that's one of the all-time classic songs of all time. And the Velvet Underground, there's another band at Detroit, recognized before anybody else. So anyhow, for you younger ones that don't know the Velvet Underground, go check them out. Okay, Velvet Underground. Not Velvet Revolver. Velvet Underground. And Lou Reed, that's the other fella. He did some solo albums too. Actually, this guy resembles Lou Reed a little bit, the lead singer. Maybe that's what his shtick is. I don't know. But Lou Reed and the Velvet Underground are one of the most important bands that influenced tons of other bands afterwards. And you younger ones, go see the Boomers. I know that they weren't a mainline band like the Who or the Stones, but, any boomer that had a turntable and a few albums knew who the Velvet Underground was. All right, folks. Well, thanks for coming. Always welcome to have you. Great for the comments. I really loved them. I can't answer them necessarily all the time or I forget. But I'll try. And, I'll probably get better at it too anyways. So there's a thing with that TubeBuddy that like gives you canned answers. I'm not doing that. That's just like canned music. I'm not, like if I'm going to answer somebody that says something, like there's a couple of guys I've answered because they were like, we were on the same page. And I mean, as soon as they started talking, I'm like, oh, I'm with this guy. I'll talk, but I'm not, that guy deserves not a canned answer. I mean, that's bullshit. So I just realized like this channel is growing quickly, like compared to my other channels. It's like 3 times bigger in a couple of weeks. And I've had the other channels for like a couple of years now. Anyways, so I'm really liking this. This is good. This is real good. All right, folks. Well, you have a good weekend. You guys be good. If you can't be good being bad. And long live rock and roll. All righty.